Well, it turns out Scotland aren't as good as we all thought they were. Much like me for this save. Things haven't been going so well, but we're back after some escapades in Ireland with 2 games that we should win. So you know what's going to happen, don't you? Since you last saw, we were spanked 3-0 by Tottenham before hitting an actually okay run of form. We won 3-1 against Brentford with Grant Hanley getting on the score sheet. Yes, miracles do happen, before beating Wolves 3-0 and somehow keeping a clean sheet. We lost 5-1 to Arsenal. Yeah, that wasn't pretty, but Arsenal are a very, very good side. McTominay scored a consolation again. Very, very surprising before a gritty 1-0 win over Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes, a player who I thought almost certain to play for Burnley one day. He just has that sort of aura about them. But today we will face 10th place Leeds on Boxing Day and 17th placed Brighton. Right now we sit, I think, 9th in the league. It's looking okay. We're above both those sides. We should win both. And I've come up with a new tactic which will either help us massively or deter us massively. Yep, we're playing with a libero now, and 2 secundo volantes. You're not going to be happy about it, are you? But in basically the 3 centre backs with the 2 wing backs just wasn't working. So I've pushed the wing backs slightly further forward, both with lots of energy to get back and defend as well. Andy Robertson on one side and Ryan Fraser. He's good. He's probably better right now than Aaron Hickey, and Nathan Patterson probably should be leaving out of the team, so he's back in. We've got McGregor and Gilmore giving some protection for Tierney. McTominay, who when on the ball, will fill in these gaps whilst those players get up in support. Grant Hanley just sitting there, hopefully not doing anything stupid.
It seems unlikely.
With Shea Adams in support of Lyndon Dykes, who's probably been the better of the 2, and John McGinn in there too. We have options from the bench. Ryan Jack out once again, so it's been a quiet couple of days for him.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
But we are looking okay, and we are playing against a Leeds side that looks rather familiar to what it is in real life, except they've added AC Milan and Newcastle target. In real life, Sven Botman, the Dutch centre-half, at the back there. I'm confident about our chances. However, away from home, we have been a lot worse than we have at home. So it will be interesting, that's for darn sure. Leeds come up with a 4-4-2. Start with a 4-4-2. That's what I was trying to say. It didn't work. So let's just move swiftly on as we kick off in 2D. Well, we will be changing that to start with. That was just so I could see sort of how things were going in our new formation. And it kind of has been working against the worst teams in the league, and then we got spanked by the first decent side we came up against. So let's see how it goes. Leeds 10th in the league. We're high flying, but we are currently 4 points better off than them. I'm confident. I don't think I should be. And the first real highlight of the game is Leeds. We've cleared it off the line inside 4 minutes. So remember when I said it should be confident? I should hope you've said it, because if you're listening, well, it was about 20 seconds ago. And if you are listening, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here. It goes a long, long way in helping me. Another Leeds United corner. Rafinha putting it in. They should be 2-0 up. How we are getting away with this right now, I don't know, but it's not going too well. We have a free kick though. Kieran Tierney playing into Calum McGregor, and we have options, narrow options, but Robertson has been a lot better going forward recently. Gets it across. Ryan Fraser hits the post. I mean, I think Melier maybe just about had it covered, but that's a lot better from the boys in Scotland Blue. Let's just calm down. Things are looking okay. We're a lot more balanced now that the game's hedged on, as we've given away the ball from a throw-in, which is never ideal. Rodrigo off to Jack Harrison. Let's see if Ryan Fraser can get back and defend. He does get the right side of him. Rodrigo, header won by Kieran Tierney. Adams did not quite get there though, as we are still a little bit exposed out wide. See that? Thankfully, hit the bar, because Craig Gordon was getting absolutely nowhere near it.
Oh, Tarrant's got in here. Tarrant!
Yeah, that one still hurts. But as we approach half-time, we have a corner. Billy Gilmore putting it in towards the near post, and Scott McTominay scores his 3rd goal of the season. 6'4" at the near post, when you've got a decent set-piece taker like Billy Gilmore. Still works even this far in Football Manager 2022. He was just lurking there. There's 4 Leeds players around him there. None of them got anywhere near him. Lovely stuff. Ideal. Good to see Scotland being useful at set pieces for once. And we lead 1-0. We are winning on a video. It is an absolute miracle. Don't skip to the part where we are now losing. I've taken a gamble by saying that. Let's see if it pays off. So far though, it's not, but that is to my benefit. We have a throw-in. After this, I'll maybe make some changes, get some fresh legs in there. Andy Robertson very much struggling, but he's put the ball in for Shea Adams. Lyndon Dykes is the best on earth. Goodness me. If it wasn't going to be Shea Adams, it was always going to be Lyndon Dykes. They were both in there, and we have a 2-0 cushion, and we can now take off Andy Robertson. But look how much better he's been higher up that park. It's almost as if he's not that great defensively, but he's causing threats for the English Premier League in there. And we will make a change now. Ryan Christie's going to come on off that left-hand side because, well, he's left-footed, and that's essentially how my brain's working right now. It's not really working too much. Lyndon Dykes has taken a throw-in, so I don't know what's going on with their brain out there. And talking of no brains, Grant Hanley gave the ball to Lyndon Dykes there. Patrick Bamford taking it down for Leeds as they look to mount a comeback with just over 20 minutes to go. Let's not do it like this, Scotland. Come on, let's just be comfortable for once. Get rid of the ball. What the heck? Craig Gordon is maybe the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen with the ball at his feet. And he's cost us a goal. Is anyone surprised? Brilliant shot stopper, and at his age, it's amazing that he's still as good as he is. But I've never seen a goalkeeper so bad with the ball at his feet. He almost always gives it away. He does not look comfortable in any way, shape or form. And well, there we have it. 2-1. But with about 30 minutes to go, we are on the ball. I'm looking forward to the part where we give it away and Leeds counter-attack against us. McGregor cut out by Botman. Gilly Billmore winning the header somehow. Shea Adams. Lyndon Dykes in, but might be offside. But he's maybe the best striker I've ever seen. Maybe. He's certainly up there with Tobias Lauritsen and Bojan Miovski, of course, should they sign for Aberdeen. The goal's been awarded, not offside. I didn't think it was that close. Lovely little interplay in there. John McGinn slipping Lyndon Dykes through. No idea what Meslier was doing, but even Lyndon Dykes, just nice and calm in there, slots it home, and we are comfortable. Let's make a couple more changes then, shall we, whilst we are here. We're going to get Stuart Armstrong involved. We are not going to get Stuart Armstrong involved. We're going to get James Forrest in there and maybe take off one of the Secundo Volantes. In fact, we're going to take Stuart Armstrong involved. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. Leave me be. Sven Botman, the Liam Cooper replacement, actually, it's just occurred to me. Free kick, absolutely terrible and easy for Super Craig. Now, ball it out. Brilliant. Don't put the ball down and put it at your feet. That is just what we want. Will we add a fourth here? It's taken 4 games, but we're actually going to win a game on camera, and I am astounded. Ryan Christie, well, he's worked himself into a nice corner there. How that stayed out, I have no idea, and it's a goal kick to Leeds. This Scotland team never ceases to amaze me, but we have got ourselves our first win, and deservedly so, looking at those match stats. Might not be done yet. Hanley heading it clear. Lyndon Dykes picking up the scraps and turning into Calvin Phillips. A bizarre decision, but he's been so good that I'll let him off. Unless we throw this away now. Dan Jabins back to Luke Ayling. Cross blocked. This is a long highlight if nothing's going to happen. Dan James. No. Why do we have to do this to ourselves?
Funny.
We're basically putting on all of the defensive instructions I can think. We're basically
Today, Junior!
We're basically putting on all of the defensive instructions that I can think of and making all of the players on the park as defensive as possible. No ball playing, none of that. Please don't throw this away now. I've made a big song and dance about this being our first win. Not as comfortable as we would have liked. Leeds just below us in the league, however. Let's remember that. if we can win on their patch, even 3-2, even giving away a goal in the 94th minute, then I am okay with that. No idea what Craig Gordon was doing there, but Click absolutely hammered that one home. We've won, okay, thank God. Panic over. Jesus H. Christ. That was far more difficult than it should have been. But, alas, I win on camera. We'll take a drink out of my Ferencváros. It's empty. There's no point doing that. None of you are going to buy it. I bought it. I paid money for that. It's getting worse, isn't it? I'm sorry, but I've just lost the plot, basically, because we've actually won a game. I'm in disbelief. I don't know what I'm saying. Forgive me. And I've just said I wouldn't swap Lyndon Dykes for Harry Kane, so make of that what you will.
You're smoking crack. Stop.
And going into the game against Brighton, this is the state of play. We are still sitting 9th, but right now, only 4 points off 5th. And that is not bad whatsoever, considering we are limited to only Scottish players. We are going to make a couple of changes for this Brighton game. Nothing too major, just with one eye on that game against Liverpool. Kieran Tierney moves into the centre of the back three, with McKenna coming in on the left-hand side. The greatest footballer the world has ever seen. He will never let Scotland down. Gilmour and McGregor keep their place. James Forrest on the right-hand side, however. Ryan Fraser just coming back to fitness. The difference in quality, not major. He's got a point to prove. He's not played much for us. And Stuart Armstrong, the greatest ball carrier world football has ever seen, coming in for John McGinn, who's not been fantastic for us, but again, just a little bit more fresh than him in there too. Brighton, they are a decent side. They're better in real life, it would seem, than they are in Football Manager. It's currently sitting around the relegation zone. So I believe we can go and get a win. At Hampden as well, we've been a lot better there, as I previously mentioned. With Brighton currently in 16th, they moved up one spot. Hopefully another astounding Scotland win, but no. Brighton on the ball to start with, giving the ball away to Andy Robertson, which is usually a good sign at the start of a highlight. Back to Scott McKenna, the greatest ball-playing defender the world's ever seen, bombing it down the left-hand side. And Robertson into Lyndon Dykes, controls it well, back to Robertson. I've got shoot on sight on and not work the ball into the box. They are, but the tempo is lower, etc. as well, because I just think that means we don't waste things, don't force things too much, as James Forrest cross blocks. Kieran Tierney absolutely whacked that on the volley, and that's the benefit of a libero. You get the good ball-playing defenders involved, because, well, Scotland blessed with them, not quite actual defenders. So there you go. Lyndon Dykes taking a throw-in though, which is, well, always a little bit of a concern, but he's won the ball back after Shea Adams gave it away, and he's gone long for Calum McGregor. Segundo Volante on attack, and that is the benefit you get. They run from deep, nobody tracks them. Unfortunately, we didn't score, but I think I might have sussed something out with this tactic. Robertson ball in, Hanley heading it over. I'm happy. I think going away from the normal sort of back five, hint Steve Clarke, has benefited us a little bit. I need to take Lyndon Dykes off throw-ins, admittedly, as Leo Trossard giving it back to us, and McKenna. See if we can make something happen here. He goes forward, chip it into Lyndon Dykes, who lays it off for Shea Adams, and there's plenty bodies getting forward. Lyndon Dykes, I'm telling you, Belinda Carlisle was right. Even if this goal doesn't stand, Lyndon Dykes is the best on earth. It should stand. It doesn't, so shut up, Calum. It must have been a close one. Shea Adams slipped him through, and oh, come away with it. You not see how good that finish is? Let him have it. Appalling. Edging towards half-time. Right now, Brighton have only had one shot on target, and one shot in total, in fact. The fact we are not leading is a little bit of a miracle for them, but I'm going to tell them that I'm not happy. I want better. We should be winning this game, and in fact, I'm going to bump things up onto attacking as well. A little bit more intent, hopefully, from the boys in Scotland Blue. No other changes at halftime. Let's see how that works to kick off the second half. Anything other than 6 points out of this game, this episode, is horrendous. Robertson, ball in. We've got... The ball ended up in the back of the net, for God's sake. Why did they not let us have that? It's going to be a penalty, however, I feel. Anthony Taylor going to the VAR. I wonder what the answer is going to be here. Yes, penalty awarded. Young Billy Gilmour, the best penalty taker on the park, steps up against Robert Sanchez. He bagged one before in the series for us, and he bags one again, finding the bottom corner. Such a wise, calm head on such young shoulders, and that is exactly what we needed to kick us off in this second half. Let's enjoy it again. Al dente. Uh-oh, though. Brighton looking to peg us back immediately, and, well, Craig Gordon did very, very well to hold that. I do have his instructions now on to throw the ball long out to the flanks. Now we actually do have wide players out there, and his kicking's terrible, and it seems to be going a little bit better for us, but still we only lead by a goal with 65 minutes played. I'm maybe going to try and freshen things up a little bit. Once again, Robertson basically played almost every game for us out there. He's going to come off for Ryan Christie on that left-hand side. Hopefully that won't give us too much of a dip in quality, but just the fresh legs. Ryan Christie brings a lot of energy to every single game he plays. Let's see if we can benefit from it. Why is Lyndon Dykes not taking the ones that we can actually throw into the box for a long throw? And it was James Forrest instead. But he finds Shea Adams. Another penalty? Nope. Cleared. Scott McKenna picking up the scraps though as we look to go again. Nobody really making much movement ahead of him. Ryan Christie though is there. Finds James Forrest at the back post, who heads it back in. I don't know what's going on. This is absolute carnage. Grant Hanley back into Billy Gilmore. Please do not waste the ball. Oh, that is a brilliant ball from Stuart Armstrong. Unlucky. Oh! From Ryan Christie and Lyndon Dykes. We could have scored about double the amount of goals than we have in this episode. But that's a fantastic foul from Billy Gilmore. And okay, do I go and chase the second goal, or do I sit on what we have? I don't quite know yet. James Forrest out on that right hand side. Plenty bodies in the box. Headed clear as well. Brighton just playing it between Beckow and Lamptey there, and it's not gone well for them. Adams, wide. I take that back. I know he's not been too great of late, but he did score the other night. No need to call him wide. I apologise. Stuart Armstrong, though, currently giving me and Steve Clark in real life some food for thought, though. Delivering a very, very decent performance in this game. I think some more fresh legs in the middle of the park required, though. We're going to bring on John McGinn, see how he does in that slightly deeper role. With 15 minutes to go, we should have enough about us to see this out and hopefully add a second. From this set piece, Billy Gilmore in, headed clear by Lewis Dunk, and, well, we collect the scraps just about. But oh no, Mwepu coming on the counter-attack. Yves Bissouma, oh dear. Theo Walcott scored for Southampton. I don't know why I've decided to tell you that now. Don't concede, Scotland. There's 8 minutes to go, and we have been all over them, forcing them all the way back. Force them long, and maybe we can win the header. Yes, Stuart Armstrong. Okay, John McGinn out to Ryan Christie. Let's add a second now and it'll all be okay. Dykes forwards to Shea Adams, who looks a lot better just off in there rather than up alongside them as that focal point. Ryan Christie bundles it home. It wasn't pretty, but we will absolutely take it. His first goal of the game, it was a teasing ball towards the back post. It caused them a lot of problems. They didn't deal with it. And, well, Ryan Christie just did enough to get it over the line. We'll enjoy it again, shall we? I mean, nobody covering themselves in glory there, including Ryan Christie with that finish. But a fantastic ball from Shea Adams. And we will now make one more change. Rest some legs. Maybe Kieran Tierney's the guy just because, well, he is brilliant. And we've got Liverpool to play. Not long left to go now. 5 minutes on the clock. No more. No injuries. Nothing else. Just don't excite yourselves. 2-0. We scored 5 goals in one episode. From going from not winning a game in an episode, that's pretty darn good. Taking 6 points. This formation is a lot better than my previous one. See what happens, Steve Clark, when you're not set in your ways too much. We are now in 7th in the European spots. Okay, we've got Liverpool to play next, who are currently 2nd. But regardless, I'm not bothered about that. We drew Reading in the FA Cup. Hopefully we can get through that and do a little bit better in that competition than we did the Carabao Cup. But we will be back after the transfer window, maybe with Leicester and West Ham, maybe Burnley. We'll see what the fixture schedule looks like, obviously with the FA Cup as well. But transfer window, we do have 20 million to spend. We apparently offered Gianfranco Zola a job, not sure why. Who should we sign? Should we sign maybe another decent centre-back? Should we sign Ryan Fredericks, another option on that right-hand side? Is that allowed, given the fact not Scottish in real life, but apparently qualifies to play for us and has now done so in game? What do you think? David Turnbull? I mean, he looks bloody good. Should I go and get him? But I will probably have to use all of my budget. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video though, please do leave a like, subscribe for more with notifications on so you know exactly when the next video goes live, and take care.